Well, ringing in the new year is a time of celebration and renewed hope, and with that often comes a set of new resolutions. But sticking to those goals takes a little bit of time and planning. I'm joined this morning by Dr. Ron Charles from Buckeye Community Health Plan with ways to help make your health resolutions a reality. Good morning, and thank you so much for joining us, and Happy New Year.
Same to you. Good morning.
Good morning. Well, you know, I try to say this every year, and this year I'm not even going to do it. I'm going to eat better. All right.
Okay.
I'm not going to do it at all because I tend to break that resolution. I like a lot of fatty foods, and you're going to show us exactly what that's going to do to our bodies this year.
Yes, what I want to do is show people just the content of certain common minerals and nutrients that are in our foods, and how the amount that you eat really affects whether or not you gain weight, whether or not you can lose weight, and those type of things.
And a lot of things that we tend to not realize we're doing is very harmful. For example, heavy on the salt shaker.
Exactly. The first set of test tubes that I have to kind of give people an idea of the content of their food, you have, in this first one is the amount of salt that you're supposed to have a day.
Okay.
And that should be no more than 2 grams of salt a day.
And a lot of people forget that sodium salt is in other forms, so it's not just what we pour from the salt shaker onto our plate.
Exactly. It's some of the preservatives that are used to help to preserve the food, to give it a longer shelf life, a longer refrigeration life. So that's, you're very correct in saying that.
Salt is big. Sugar's another big one as well.
Sugar's another
tooth.
big one. Now, whereas there is no minimum requirements for sugars, just to give people some visuals, for starch, you have mixed greens, and this is how much starch is in mixed greens. And starch is nothing more than complex sugars,
okay,
which can turn to fat in the body.
Unwanted fat.
Unwanted fat. And this is a potato. This is how much starch is in a potato, just to give people a visual. So everyone loves rice and potatoes, but you have to be mindful of how much of the rice and potatoes that you eat.
Yeah, and what you're putting on its toppings as
Correct.
well.
Correct.
Lots of butter, lots of saturated
Correct.
fat. Go hand in hand with a lot of starchy foods. This is mind-blowing. You've got to show this to our viewers.
Okay.
In terms of the fat.
Okay.
The liquid fat.
Okay. Now, for the liquid fat, this is how much you should have a day. No more than 50 grams of total fat a day.
That's just my bacon in the morning. That's what it looks like. Probably more.
To give you a comparison, a quarter pounder with cheese and fries has 90 grams of fat.
All right. So how do you, a lot of people are making these resolutions. What's the best advice you can give to people to stick to maintaining a new lifestyle in 2013?
I would say don't make any resolutions. I would say tell yourself, I am going to change my lifestyle in terms of how I eat. I'm going to try to eat more lean cuts of meats, try to stay away from a lot of processed meats, try to incorporate more whole grains into your diet. So more whole wheat pasta if you're going to eat pasta, more brown rice as opposed to white rice, because
so you
brown
can
rice
make little
has
adjustments and they can make a big difference in the long haul.
Yes, small adjustments.
Okay.
Correct.
Dr. Charles, where can folks go for more information?
For more information, just go to the government website, www.choosemyplate.gov.
All right. I didn't make a resolution, but I do need to change my lifestyle habit of eating a lot of fatty foods. So thank you so much for joining us.
One step at a time.
One step, baby steps. You have to crawl before you can walk.
That's right.
We appreciate